Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy OmarioRpg. I hope you're having an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. And today, we are back, reacting to Deathnote. Deathnote, Episode 4, Pursuit. Looks like we're going to have some type of chase or some type of hunt going on this episode by the name Pursuit. Or it could be, you know, a pursuit of the mind. Which pretty much sums up this show, doesn't it? Super intrigued to see what Light is going to do. Let's hope he sees the light and doesn't say yes to this. I highly doubt he's going to right now. I think it's going to be the type of thing where he says no. I thought about this a little bit. I think he's going to say no. But when he gets desperate, that's when he's going to come back and be like, you know what? Yeah, I will, you know, take the eyes, I guess is what I'm going to call it. So we're about to find out. But before we do, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, all that good stuff. And check out my Patreon, patreon.com/OmarioRpg. We're much further ahead on the Patreon. I don't know why I paused there. My brain's all over the place. My brain's all over the place from watching Deathnote. It really is. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/OmarioRpg. It really helps support me, but only do it if you're in the position to, financially. Never feel like you have to. If you want to support me for free, you can always like, subscribe, check out all my other YouTubes. My Twitch as well, where I react to, you know, all types of stuff. Like, you know, I'd probably react to the subs of Deathnote on Twitch. I react to stuff about AOT, Vinland Saga, and all the animes I've watched. People send me their favorite OSTs that they want me to react to. So Twitch is a good time. Twitch.tv/OmarioRpg if you ever want to catch me live. I stream about twice a week on there, and we also do watch parties, which is a ton of fun. Anyway, with that being said, let's get into Deathnote Episode 4, Pursuit. I don't know why I said it like that.
The price for having a Shinigami's
I wonder what other
eyes
secrets he's
is
keeping.
half of that person's remaining lifespan. That's all it is. So, what'll it be, Light? Is it a deal?
Speaking of Light, oh, I wanted to do the flash.
Has anyone seen Ryuk around lately?
Maybe he was serious about losing his death note.
It was probably picked up by some human before he could get to it.
No way! Then he'd be stuck there till the end of that human's life or until the Death Note was destroyed. That could take a while.
You know what? I actually
that guy
heard he
looks
was
like a
carrying
dinosaur.
2 death notes.
Seriously? Why would he need 2?
Beats me. I'll never understand that guy.
So, the price for receiving the eyes of a Shinigami?
He's got 2 death notes? Imagine if he gives the other one to another human. I feel like if he is going to give another one to another human, it's the show so far, it's got to be L, right? Now that would be interesting. Now that would be interesting.
Is no more than half of my remaining lifespan.
Let me go back, sorry.
That's it, right?
Yes. Well then, do we have a deal or not?
Ryuk. This deal is out of the question.
Yeah. Good. Why would he say yes?
Let's get this straight. My plan is to create an ideal new world free from evil and all criminals.
He's not the slightest bit daunted by the fact that I'm a Shinigami. He doesn't suck up to me, and he seems to have no problem giving me a hard time.
Well, you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me ahead of time?
Right.
Shinigami?
No, nothing else. Probably.
Really? That's too bad.
What do you mean?
You know, Ryuk, I might have seriously considered the deal if you'd offered me wings instead of eyes. Just the idea of flying around freely in the sky sounds very godlike.
You'd stand out if you sprouted wings and flew around. Not to mention the police would have no trouble
He'd
finding
stand
you.
out if he had fish eyes.
I was only joking. Anyway, if I keep bargaining for eyes and wings and whatever else, next thing you know I'm gonna end up becoming a real Shinigami.
Foreshadowing?
Though who knows, I bet that could be pretty interesting.
I wouldn't worry. Even without the eyes and the wings, you're already a worthy Shinigami. The Shinigami realm is slowly rotting. Really?
You told me just now that the Shinigami realm is slowly rotting, right? Well, when you return from this world, why not use what you've learned here to try and change it for the better?
Well, Light, I'm not sure why I never noticed this until now, but you're quite the positive thinker.
Yeah, of course I am. That's why I'm using the Deathnote to create a better world. You have to be a positive thinker to even attempt something like that.
I just realized how you finished the Deathnote. I'm such a derp. Last episode I was like, wait, how are you going to... You just fill out all the pages, I'm assuming. I'm assuming that it's not a never-ending book. I don't know why I didn't figure that out. So yeah, once he finishes the book and fills up and there's no more space to write, I assume that's what Origami meant last episode when he was like, I've got to wait for him to die or finish or end the Death Note. Okay.
This.
I wonder if it can get damaged.
That's it. I got it.
Got what? What's this about?
I think I just figured out how to find the name of the guy who was following me today.
How you gonna do that?
I'm gonna use the rules of the Death Note to my advantage. I already know that if I write down a cause of death, I've got 6 minutes and 40 seconds to record the conditions and exact time of death. First, I need to know exactly how far I can go in terms of specifying the details of death.
Before one of them died, he drew a pentagram on the wall of his cell using his own blood. Another left a letter, but it doesn't seem to be a will or anything meaningful. And as for the third victim, he escaped from his cell and ran all the way to the staff bathrooms before he died.
Bro, get a desk,
What is it,
man.
Watari?
3 more heart attack victims, but the circumstances of their deaths are different from what we've seen thus far.
What do you mean by different?
I'm sending you a copy of a letter as well as pictures taken at the scene.
Okay.
I have reason to believe that Kira was performing some kind of test using these criminals. And if that's the case, we'd only be giving him the results if this information is leaked to the public.
Right, I understand.
Smart.
So now he's experimenting on his victims? Horrible.
He's playing with people's lives as if all this was just a game. It's unforgivable.
It's your son.
If Kira is really using criminals as test subjects, what is he trying to achieve?
To go from a prison in Japan to Paris, France in only 1 hour.
Okay.
Since this couldn't happen, he simply died of a heart attack in prison.
Okay.
The next was supposed to draw an exact picture of Elle's face on the prison wall. This also didn't happen. You can't draw someone you've never seen, right?
Makes sense.
With the last one, I tried something slightly different. I specified that he would write a note that read, "I know that Elle is suspicious of the Japanese police." To be honest, I actually expected this one to work, but it didn't end up happening. Which means, it's impossible to make someone write what they don't already know. Kinda last minute, but I'm sure I can find someone. I got a few people in mind.
A few people? For what?
You'll see. Believe it or not, I'm actually a rather popular guy. Ryuk.
Hello? Uh-huh. Light? Morning.
We just got a lot in our brain right there. So we need to take that in. So the book can't do the impossible. I understood all that. I didn't quite get the last part. So because the guy he wanted to write it down didn't know L, he couldn't do it. There was more to it than that. Because he didn't know L and because he, I guess, didn't believe in what he was saying. Huh. But that's cool. That's cool that we found out that the book can't, like... I thought it actually did it. I thought the book just teleported the guy to the Eiffel Tower or something. But it can't. It literally can't do the impossible. Except for, you know, killing people because it's a book. But we're gonna... I get what they're saying. Alright. Okay. So Deathnote and how to use it. The human uses this note. The human who uses this note can neither go to heaven nor hell. Oh, yeah. I wonder if eventually he does become a Shinigami. And that's where he goes. If the time of death is written within 40 seconds after the writing, the cause of death is a heart attack. The time of death can be manipulated. And the time can go into effect within 40 seconds after writing the name. Okay. 3. Nice. If the time of death is written within 40 seconds, after writing the cause of death as a heart attack, the time of death can be manipulated. And the time can go into effect within 40 seconds after writing the name. Okay.
He's still following me. Perfect. This whole thing would just be a waste of time if he wasn't tailing me.
Light!
A date?
Yeah. It's a date no matter how you look at it. And I'm sure even my stalker will see it that way.
But this isn't just a date, is it? You said that you'd figured out a way to find your stalker's name.
I like how
Sorry,
he's almost
did I keep you waiting?
No, not at all. Anyway, I haven't been to Spaceland since junior high. I'm so excited. And the best part is I have you all to myself.
Yeah.
During the week, he goes to school and cram school at night. Dates on his day off. A normal kid, just a hardworking senior in high school. Chief Yagami's son, Light Yagami. No cause for suspicion.
I can't tell if that is the young guy, actually. Yeah, it's a completely different guy. Oh, look who it is.
It's him. He's here. 7 passengers, excluding him. No one's in the way. Everything should go smoothly.
Stay in your seats unless you want to die! I swear I'll kill every one of these passengers!
Yuri, don't be scared. As soon as he turns around, I'm going to grab the gun out of his hand.
Don't be stupid. That's risky. If it comes to that, I'll take care of it.
Do you have any proof that you're not his accomplice? Why should we trust you?
Accomplice?
Yes, I've read about this before. The first hijacker comes in like he's working alone. Meanwhile, a second one pretends to be a hostage and stays in the very back just in case something goes wrong. What's the matter?
You really think he is one?
I have no choice. I'm sure Light Yagami isn't Kira. If he was, he could just kill this guy with a heart attack. Here's my proof. Take a look.
GG's.
Some junkie. He tried to rob a bank, ended up killing 3 people before he got away. He's extremely dangerous.
What's gonna happen?
We're safe. He won't shoot us. In fact, he's not gonna do anything.
Don't move, you little punk! What the hell is that? Smartass! You guys were planning something back here, weren't you?
Damn it. If he sees that note from before, he'll find out the Light was planning to jump him and take his gun away.
Plans for a date, huh?
What's this? You're talking to me? So you mean you can actually see me right now?
Stay there, you! You! Keep away from me, you freak!
This isn't good. He's hallucinating.
Everyone, get down!
Oh, I get it. That little note that Light accidentally dropped was actually torn from the pages of the Deathnote itself. Since he tricked this guy into touching the paper, he's the only other one on the bus who can see me. That's so smart.
Get away!
Anyone who touches the Deathnote can see me. I have to stay till the Deathnote is finished, or I see you die, whichever comes first. And a Shinigami can't die from being shot. I've said all these things at one time or another. Well, he is the top-ranked student in the country. Guess I shouldn't be surprised. He even used this hijacking as a way to get the guy following him to willingly give up his name.
Genius. So now the cop knows that he's not guilty. You know what I mean? This could go badly, though.
Kiichiro Osoreda, accidental death. Boards the 11:31 Spaceland-bound bus near the eastern entrance to the park, holding a loaded gun and attempts to hijack the bus. He sees a horrific phantom and empties his gun trying to kill it. Terrified, he flees the bus. Immediately afterwards, at 11:45, he dies when struck by a car. You will be next, Ray Penber.
So he done all that just to get Ray. Gonna need a big gap for his second name. Penborough. They really should have thought that out. Just to get his name? There must have been more to it. Obviously, maybe he wanted to test the whole scenario and if it would work. I thought he was doing that to get his name cleared. So the Ray guy was going to be like, oh yeah, it can't be Light Yagami, blah, 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 right? And then I thought that would backfire on him because, you know, L's smarter than that and he could be like, yeah, well, maybe that was all his plan, you know. Once he learned more about it, he could have figured something out. I'm intrigued as to what's going to happen next episode then. Is that Ray guy going to get to L and tell him what happened in time? Like, well, to the police and tell them what happened in time, and then the messenger will tell L. You know what I mean? Also, that whole thing there just tells me that there's going to be a lot of times in this show where I have a feeling they're not going to tell us that Light's currently in a plan, if that makes sense. So, say for example, that all happened and the viewer, us, didn't know that it was all his plan. Does that make sense? And that excites me. That's going to be super cool to see. And we're also going to see his intelligence in play, right? How he's going to figure it all out. That's going to be really cool. But other than that, the date went pretty well. Yeah, it could have gone worse. You know, we've all had bad dates, and yeah, I feel like Light can seal the deal. You know, get a peck on the cheek or something, and go home happily. God, what a crazy bloody show! What a crazy show with such interesting ideas. I'm really enjoying it so far. I really am. I hope you guys are too, enjoying rewatching it with me or whatever. I'd also like to hear about the people who watched it in sub. And if you're going to get toxic, then I don't want to hear from you. But just, you know, constructive criticism or whatever. Or non-criticism. I'd love to hear what you guys think about the show. If you watched it in sub first and now you're following along with me in dub. How you liking it? Who's your favourite voice actor? So on and so forth. Who am I going to give MVP this episode? It's only one man. Light Yagami. 5-head. Super smart. Love the way he thinks in certain situations. So I'm really looking forward to more of his intelligence being shown on the screen. And yeah, best moment, the end right there. Doesn't really get much better than that, does it? You know, seeing all that play out, that was really, really cool. So I'm really looking forward to more scenarios like that in the future. So thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate you all. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Patreon, patreon.com/OmarioRpg. We're much further ahead. And thanks for being you, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys next time for more Death Note.